da da dee dee, da dee dee dee, da dee dee dee. Oh, don't mind me just putting the finishing touches on my Christmas tree. Do you like it? It's ghastly, isn't it? Yes, Christmas time, when frost makes the lawns twinkle like dreams in a child's eye, when generosity and forgiveness bring families together, and when happiness is the order of the day. People love Christmas, except me. I hate it. And especially the stupid, insipid films that we're forced to sit through at this time of year, where they get a free pass of crap just because it's Christmas. So for those of you who, like me, are trying to get festive this year without having to sit through some shit movies, here's a list of alternative Christmas films. Lots of people put Die Hard on lists like this, and I can see why. I mean, it's basically the story of the worst Christmas party ever, where a bunch of terrorists, led by Alan Rickman, decide to ambush the disco and start murdering people while they're having a drink and trying to flirt with their colleagues. But despite being one of the best action films of all time, as well as a classic choice to sink a pint of bitter with your dad to, it's a bit mainstream now, isn't it? This deliciously subversive take on the hard-boiled PI genre follows jobbing actor Robert Downey Jr. as he tags along with a detective to research a role. As much a twisting, turning crime thriller as an exploration of the genre, the film is shot through with Black's classic wit, making this a challenging and entertaining watch. Really setting out my stall for an alternative Christmas pick here with a Hanukkah movie. This film follows Mordecai Carver, the titular Hebrew Hammer, a certified circumcised dick who faces off with an evil new Santa hell-bent on destroying Hanukkah. This movie isn't highbrow, it's a stupid, high gag per minute picture employing hearty helpings of offensive humour and sight gags. Essentially a parody of blaxploitation filtered through a Jewish lens, the Hebrew Hammer mixes cartoony visuals with an absurd script and energetic performances to deliver a real cult classic. Oh, and it's good for Gentiles too, so there's something there for those of you who, like me, haven't had a bar or bat mitzvah. Your main man Colin Farrell, currently doing his stoic best in Fantastic Beasts, has had a bit of a checkered history as an actor. He started off as a good actor, then he tried his hand at heartthrob roles and sucked, then got rediscovered in Bruges. Of course, after that, he sucked again in Total Recall, and now he's good again. It's the tried and tested Matthew McConaughey Brad Pitt route. Here, he's a mobster from London who has to lay low in Bruges after a job goes wrong. Stuck in a very picturesque town at the height of the Christmas tourist season, he loses his mind a bit as what happened on the job comes back to haunt him. This beguiling, quiet, darkly hilarious film is a perfect antidote to anodyne Christmas cheer and features great supporting turns from Brendan Gleeson and Ralph Fiennes. It really warms the heart to see a nice bit of Christmas murderizing. When it comes to ruining your perception of Santa, you've got a few choices. Billy Bob Thornton's bitter alcoholic thief, the animalistic Santa of Rare Exports, more on that in a minute, and the surreal, nightmarish opening of City of Lost Children. But for my money, the best shout is this gritty 70s schlock slasher. Try saying that fast. Sure, it's not as good a film as the breathtaking and perverse Black Christmas, but where else do you get someone impaled on a set of deer antlers? Yep, for festive thrills, this is my pick. Merry Christmas, everyone. This mess of a sci-fi mashup is a masterpiece of crap films. Following Santa as he works out a way to get the best of the devious Martians in the title, you know what, fuck it. Do you know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is? Mystery Science Theater 3000 was a show that was on air in, I think, the 90s on American Public Access TV, and basically what it revolves around is a host and then two kind of like robot puppet characters sitting in silhouette in front of a really bad, usually sci-fi or horror old film from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and then just kind of quipping their way through it. It's a great way to make really bad films very, very tolerable. So I highly recommend that you seek out the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of this movie because it is so much more watchable than the piece of crap that is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. On the plus side, it is actually the first film to ever show Mrs. Claus on screen, so I don't know, it's historical or something? Developed from short films that were viral hits in the heady early days of video on the internet, Rare Exports is a Finnish movie basically equating Santa Claus with a kind of cosmic horror. Saying too much about the plot would spoil the film, but this movie basically takes a gory, subversive look at the kiddie mythology of Santa, so it's definitely worth a watch, especially if you have an impressionable but eager to impress young cousin who you can kind of corrupt by showing them this horrifying thing that will probably stop them from sleeping well for months. So that's my jolly old recommendation for Rare Exports, gang: Destroying the Minds of Children. So that's it from me. There's a selection of weird anti-Christmas films that you can watch. For my money, I'm going to be going to the BFI and watching John Waters' favourite Christmas movie, Christmas Evil. I've deliberately not found out anything about it. All I know is it's very schlocky, kind of gritty, and pretty violent. Knowing John Waters, there's probably loads of perverted shit in there as well. So a fantastic way to get over my rumbling belly full of gingerbread and mince pies and mulled wine. If you're looking for more traditional Christmas films, I highly recommend you go and watch my collaboration video with Will Kahn, where we talked about the top 5 Christmassy movies. We've got another Christmas film review coming up soon, and a secret end-of-year live show, which you'll be hearing about soon. So I hope you join us, and I hope you enjoy it. But until then, have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and if I don't see you before then, Merry fucking Christmas. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 and with you I shall play.